Welcome back, people. Just here in Queensland. Here for a few weeks, and going to be doing a bit of shark fishing and that, and got onto an old fan forced oven for free. Just a wall oven, and I've converted it into a smoker. So just a quick tip. Most of these wall ovens that are fan forced, they have a heating element at the back there, around there for the fan, and they normally have an element up the top here, as you can see at the hole at the back there, and over that side where the element went through for the griller, and it just sits up on the roof. So what you do is you remove that element from the roof and you drill a couple of holes in the back of the oven down the bottom, as you can see there, and you sit that element in there. You just made a bit of, just a couple plates out of some galvanized tin, tack screwed it to the bottom just to hold it in place. Then the griller tray that sits underneath your griller, you just use it. I've got a bit of ash there, I just put a couple sticks in there yesterday evening to test it out to see if it heats up. You just slip that griller tray, not in the slots on the side here. It's got to go sit on top of the element. Just sit straight on top of the element, which then the heat heats this up, gets your timber or whatever smoking. You got to put a bowl of water in there to keep whatever you're smoking moist. I'm going to smoke chicken in this today, so I thought I'll just show you the procedure. And what I done here, the oven was hardwired originally. I got a 15 amp lead from Bunnings. I got this one, wired it in, and you'll need a 15 amp power point, but here where I am, they have a 15 amp power point in the fuse box, so everything just didn't have to wire in a power point. I bought a power point but won't need it, so we'll be just smoking here off the small little patio area thing that backs onto the pool here. So anyway, what I'll do, I'll get back to you. I'll get the chicken ready and all that and get back to you then, and we'll fire it up. Probably run it on about oh, phone nearly dropped it. Run it on about 100 degrees. The way I wired it up, I wired the griller element that's down the bottom here, which was up the top. I've put it down the bottom and I wired it up to the oven circuit, to the wiring that comes off the fan forced there, because the griller will only work on grill, and if you use the same wiring as that, you can't control your temperature. So you've got to wire it up, then you can set it on your 150 or 100 degrees. I normally like to start off at about 80 for an hour or so, then I run it up to the 100 and I leave it there for another couple hours. I haven't got a probe here to check the internal temperature, but I've done enough of them. I reckon I could get it pretty spot on without a probe, but best to have a probe. Run the internal temperature up to about 70 degrees and you can wrap it then, wrap it in foil and put it back in for another hour at the 100, and it'll go real tender, fall off the bone. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit once I get the chicken ready and show you the process to start it off with. Okay, back in a bit. Welcome back. Just put the chicken in the smoker here, or homemade smoker, out of an old wall oven. As you can see, got the chicken in there, a tray of water, a few sticks and a few shavings in there. Anyway, I don't want to leave it opened up too long. As you can see, it's smoking, or hopefully you can see, maybe from this way. Not sure if you can see the smoke. But anyway, I've just got it set on 150 just to get the wood starting to smoke, and I'll leave it there for about 5 or 10 minutes and I'll knock it back to the 100. And I'll get you back in about an hour and show you the results after about an hour. I've got a few more sticks up here, bit of hardwood and that down. You need a few sticks for this. So anyway, it's the first time I made one out of an oven. It should work, and we'll be doing a bit of fishing and that, a fair bit of fishing a bit later in the next week or so, and get a few sharks and that, so we'll probably smoke a few fish here, probably some tuna or something like that, or some mullet or something. Alright, we'll get you back in a bit. I just might show you, you might be smoking now if I open it up a bit. Yeah, you can see it's smoking good. Righto. Yeah, back again. It's been about 15-minute mark, and I'm just about to turn it down because I'd say the smoke's really cranking now. Yeah, you can see there's smoking in here. I'll close it up, I don't want to lose it. So I'll crank it back to about 100 degrees and leave it there now for probably an hour and a half, maybe 2. I might check it in an hour to see how dark it is. Depends how much you like it smoked. If you want it really smoked or just a light smoke, then I'll wrap it after probably an hour and a half or 2 hours. I'll wrap it, leave it in for another hour. Alright, back in a bit. Welcome back. After an hour I've just taken the chicken out, and it's been in for about an hour, hour and a quarter. I normally leave them in for a couple of hours before I wrap them, but this being first time I made one out of an oven and it's fan forced, I'll probably disconnect the fan so I can leave it in longer. So I've got the chicken out and I'm just going to get the foil and wrap it now. So just got to watch the flies, and so a bit hard to hold the phone and do everything, but bear with me. I'll try and get the some foil out here, and we'll wrap this sucker and probably put it in probably for another 2 hours or an hour wrapped. But it is pretty tender. I can feel, you can see the meat's starting to break off there pretty easy. So being fan forced, it might take a lot quicker. Normally takes me about 3 hours in my filing cabinet smoker, if you've seen some of my other videos, but first time I made one out of a fan forced oven. So anyway, I'll wrap it up and get back to you in a bit. It's got it wrapped up now, nice and tight. I'll open this back up and slide this back in. So just turn it around there, slide it back in on the thing off the plate, and I'll set him up probably for another hour. Should be heaps. Alright, we'll catch you then. Welcome back, people. It's probably been about 3 hours and chicken's been around. I'll have to swing this around a bit. Probably been about 3 hours probably hour and a half it's been wrapped for. So what I'll do, I'll try and get it out now. Macca, come here. I'll get my grandson to come over here and hold the plate for me so I can slide it out. Young fella. It's going to be good for something, but I don't know what for yet. Grab the one fork, boy. Right there, just move it back a bit. Put the plate underneath there. Tell these young fellas how to do everything. I think you better hold the plate with two hands. Boy. Hold that grill with your fork. Right. Give us that fork. Hold the plate with two hands because it's going to be heavy. I don't want you to drop it. Got him? Just sit him on the chair over there. So I'll just get rid of that. That's what's sort of left over from it. You can see that dish was nearly full of water. It's nearly all gone now. Grab that and pull it out, Macca. See how heavy it is. Maybe a bit hot for him. I just got a bit of potato bake here and a bit of cob loaf left over from Christmas, so I'm just going to put that in there to heat it up a little bit now. And I'd like to get that water out. Hang on, I'll just grab this bit of a towel. Hold that so it doesn't go on the ground, mate, and I'll just use a corner of this towel to pull that out. And that's just what the water was in. Anyway, I'll sit it up there, and you can still see still a bit of the sticks glowing fire there, but anyway, I'll just heat that up slowly. I'll just leave it on 100. Anyway, I'll just unwrap this chicken so you can have a look at it. So here, I'll give the phone to the young fella. That way he can do a video. He's a mad shark fisherman and video editor and teaches me how to edit. Last time he was in Wagga a couple of years ago, so it's bloody hot, mate. I might just undo it here. Whew. Steam's coming out. Normally when I do them it's fall off the bone, so hopefully this will be the same. So I'll let you be the judge. To me it's very good. That's the underside, very tender. I'd say if I grab this leg here it'd just fall out. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Just fall off the bone. See? That's how I love it. Well done. You can see it's red inside, so the smoke's got in nice. And that, you know, I'll have a taste. Beautiful. The dog's in, he wants a taste too. Nice brown skin. I'll have a bit of a go of the skin. Yeah, I'll give my grandson a taste. What do you think, boy?
Really good.
Really good? I'll wrap it back up. And that'll be our dinner for tonight. Anyway, I'll catch us next time. Looks like the old oven smoker was a success. First time I've made one out of an oven. I know the filing cabinet works great. With the fan force, really quick to get smoke. I normally leave it in for a couple hours to get the smoke. In this it was done smoking in about an hour, hour and a half. So I might disconnect the fan and try it just without the fan force, see how it goes, but it's worked good, smoked good. Anyway, I'll catch us hopefully with the next video doing a bit of shark fishing.